So at this point in time in your juncture in your life, you're like, so do you believe in the sanctity of marriage? Period. Right now,
Um, Meaning,
do you believe marriage is good for some people, or do you just think like,
no,
oh, it's
I
all bad?
believe marriage is good for some people.
Okay.
I believe marriage helps people grow,
Mm-hmm.
and you you find a partner that you build with forever.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like um we can decide to break up tomorrow.
Yeah.
We can't
Mm-hmm.
do that.
Right.
We
Right.
can't do that.
Right.
So that might be good for some people
Mm-hmm.
that feel like they don't want to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm not saying that's why people get married, because people
Yeah,
get
I
married
get it
for
for all kind of
all kind of
reasons.
reasons. People
Right.
get married for money, whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying there are plenty of positive reasons why I believe people get married.
Sure.
It's not just, oh, I got a man's
Yeah.
now.
Mm,
Like,
right.
no,
Right. Right.
no.
Right. Right. So, what will you accept and not accept now at this age?
Meaning what? Like,
So in a
it,
relationship, will you accept um someone who has a child, not has a
okay.
child, someone who
Um,
works a lot, who don't work a lot, somebody who ain't got no job and ain't bringing
oh,
nothing to
no,
the
no, no, no,
table,
no.
what will
Yeah.
you accept now?
Um, I'll accept kids. I
Okay.
love kids.
How many is too much?
Four,
4?
3.
Okay.
I don't have no kids, so you already got all these kids. You've already experienced this. How we going now? Your kids is old enough to be my kid, auntie or mama or
Right.
something like. So it has to be like a balance, and I think I'll accept
It
somebody
sound
that
like 2. Like you only gonna accept 2. She like 3, 4, 5, or maybe 2.
something like that,
Yeah.
because
Mm.
we're just now getting to know each other. So you're
Uh-huh.
gonna have to have time to get to know
Yeah.
me and for us to build.
Yeah.
And your kids gotta at least be a certain age, because how you gonna do that if you got a newborn or a 2 year
Right.
old or something like that? You can't go outside when you want to. You gotta check on the baby. And I mean,
So,
I understand that most people be like, the child is with the mom.
mhm.
That's not okay with me either. Because if the mom is always with the child,
Uh-huh.
how are we? That just shows me that what you gonna do with my child?
Come
Cause
on now. I like the way you talking. I like the way you
so that's
talking.
not gonna work for me. I need
Yeah.
to see you. If you have kids, I need to see that you're
An
present
involved
and
father. Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
Because it's no, we need to start breaking curses. It's
Yeah.
too much.
Yes.
It's too much out there right now,
Yeah.
and we got to be better.
So, how old is too young? Like, what's the age limit for you? Because I
Too
heard there was a
young.
limit.
I'm gonna say at least 5.
At least 5?
Yeah.
Okay. But what if you felt like, oh my God, in your shondo, that is the one? That and then he got a 3-year-old. He ain't gonna be the one? The
Ah,
2 or the 3?
I don't know. We're gonna have to flip a coin, and we're gonna have to talk to God or some ancestors or somebody,
What the
because
ancestors gonna
they
do?
gonna lead
Oh
me.
Lord Jesus, to the wrong one. That's what they gonna do. You to the wrong one.
They
Stick with the
gonna
Lord.
lead me.
Right, to the wrong one.
Somebody gonna lead me.
Oh Lord. You gonna be right back like, I ain't about to.
Hmm.
You are so crazy. And so if they're 5, then it's fine.
Probably, yeah. Then
And
we can build and
2,
figure it out. 2 is a
mm,
little too young.
no, I'm saying 2 kids
Oh,
is
2 kids
hmm
is probably right there. Yeah,
right there. Okay.
right there.
And so, like, how long will you be in a relationship before you figure out I would want to, settle down and have kids with this person?
Um, I say about a year and a half, probably,
Hmm.
because I need to see your tendencies. I need to know how you spend your money. I need to know your sleep habits as you're going to sleep. Because
Hmm.
nowadays I don't trust nothing that
Yeah.
nobody do, and I need to actually see.
So that means you gonna go and y'all gonna live together.
I don't know if we're gonna live together right away. I
Yeah.
figured out after my last relationship, I figured out I like my space.
Okay.
I like my space.
Okay.
Like we can chill,
Mm-hmm.
but you gotta go home.
Right.
I need to be by myself, me and my dog. That's
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
So does this what is he? Your man friend? Would he have to be a dog lover or animal lover?
not necessarily. I'm not
No.
really an animal lover. I just love my dog.
Yeah. But
Like,
what if that dog and the man don't?
if you don't get along with my dog, we can't, cause that's my baby.
So you wouldn't say, "Oh, I need to give her up for adoption."
For me,
No.
no,
That's
no,
fine. Right.
no. She been loyal to me.
So then he have to be some kind of animal lover.
Well, my dog, you gotta love my animal. You don't have to
Yeah.
be an animal lover. You just gotta treat my dog right. You don't even gotta love her. Just don't mistreat her.
Yeah. What would be mistreating her?
Doing something to her that you wouldn't want done to your dog.
But if they don't have
Um,
no dog, they don't know.
you you wouldn't want no. Don't yell at my dog.
Okay. See.
Don't get no broom and shoot my dog in the kennel.
Yeah.
Don't don't spray my dog with no water bottle. Like, don't try to discipline my dog.
Yeah, okay.
No,
Okay.
because no, we gonna jump
Seeing
you.
like somebody who's not, an animal lover like that, I don't know what certain people's etiquettes are, like I can see yelling at them, but to you that's like because I'm like, girl, you better stop barking at me,
No,
but
see, that's understandable. Like,
okay.
stop barking at me, or be quiet.
Yeah.
That's understandable. But excessive, like you just doing it to make it seem like you're
You're trying to annoy it.
you're trying to be possessive over her, and that's
Yeah.
not okay.
Yeah. Is she a lovable dog though?
Yeah, she's a
Is
playful
she
dog.
okay?
Yeah, she all she wanna do is play.
Okay.
Like,
I was like, so we might have to wait before you even get your man friend to the dog go to the other side. Because it
no,
may not
she's
be
still
none.
a puppy, so
Oh Lord, so she got a
we got
long
a long
time.
time together.
Jesus
Yeah, she
Lord.
only 2.
So what would dating look like be? Because right now I'd be crazy and ghetto in the world.
It's crazy. Right now, it's just even hard to find a person that I feel comfortable even communicating with. Like,
Why you say that?
I just feel like in my last dating experiences that I've actually tried, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna try.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like these men
What did you
are
go for? What was the idea that you said? I like this. I like this. I don't like that. I don't like that. So what was that?
my idea was just
Was he younger? Was he older? Was he bald head? Was he
mm,
a fade? What?
I would say
Chocolate, white, Mexican,
um
Asian?
at first I was going for anything that was not my ex. If you were dark skinned, if you even a nerd,
Oh, really?
you want to read comic books.
I'm about
Like,
to hurt you.
it was like I wanted to, cause the street life, I feel like, can only get you so far. And he was
Right.
kind of in the street life,
Okay.
and it's like I don't want to go back that way. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to go towards nobody in the street life. So you have to be doing a job,
Right.
have your business, or
Yes.
something um that's motivating for me, as
Yeah.
that's gonna motivate you to live your life, and that's gonna motivate me too, because if I'm with you and you're not motivating me to be a better person, what are we doing
Yeah.
together?
Mm-hmm.
So I was basically just looking for something that I felt was going to help me grow or motivate me. So I
Okay.
felt like if you were doing anything positive,
Mm-hmm.
like you had a good job or something like that, that's what I was looking for. But the thing with that was like, where do you even go?
Yeah. Where did you go?
I don't go outside. I don't nothing. So
Did you
I
go
tried
on online?
online.
I was about to
I
say.
tried online.
Mm-hmm. How did that go?
It was creepy,
Why you
very
say that?
creepy. It's I just felt
He
like
was
the
like, "Hey, do
guys
you got a garage?"
it was just like everybody, the conversation was just the same. It felt like I was talking to the same person over and over. The
What you
conversation,
mean by
um, there was no conversation. It was, hey, how's your day? What are you doing?
that? Hmm.
Like, is that all you have to say? Your
Yeah.
vocabulary is that's as far as your vocabulary goes?
Yeah.
Like, that's not attractive to me. I'm sorry. I
So
don't
then
like
I don't
that.
even want you to put on no baby girls or put on your holster to
Yeah.
go outside to meet nobody.
No. And then when you do, well, when I did meet a couple people, it was like they were kind of possessive.
Oh,
Like, sit right here, or we're gonna
oh,
do this, or it was just, I don't know, I didn't like the feeling of it. It
okay.
was just like, I'ma just sit here and wait until God send me somebody. God gonna have to send him in my face
Yeah,
and be like, this is the one. And
right.
I'll be like, okay. Because
Yeah,
right now, it's maybe it's just not for me right now. Maybe I
right.
need to focus on me.
Yeah,
So right
more
now,
growing.
yeah, I just stopped I'm just working, trying to make sure I got enough to keep myself stable and
Yeah,
not drown out
yeah,
here.
yeah.
So that's
Do people
like,
try to hook you up with people?
not really.
No,
No, I don't really have friends like that. Like,
but you got family.
I have family, but no, we not really like that in my
Okay,
family.
they like you on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Find your own fish.
Yeah.
I'll let your fish find you.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's a cool way to be. That's a
Yeah.
cool way to be.
It's cool.
So
It's
how long was you like looking or on the dating?
um I was on the dating app for probably about maybe like 8 months.
Really?
My account was still up, but it's like I don't go on there. It's
Yeah,
pointless.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like, I feel like at this point I'd rather meet you in person. Meet me at the
Hmm.
grocery store
Yeah.
or at the mall or something.
You don't even go to the mall. She's so full of it. How they gonna meet you ain't somewhere you ain't.
Meet me anywhere other than online.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
What charged your mind to say, let me try this online thing?
my sister,
Hmm.
she was telling me, online, and my best friend, she's like, you should try it online.
Yeah. They've
So,
had success in it?
my sister, she has success. mm, she needs more friends than like man friends. She's
Yeah.
not really looking for a man friend.
Okay.
She's kind of just looking for a platonic relationship with
Okay.
like a friend.
Okay.
She has kids and stuff, so she's not really trying to
Be
bring a
out there like
man
that.
around the kids
Yeah,
like that.
I understand.
So that's where I got that idea from.
Yeah. And it just
It's just
not good.
trashy. It's trashy. It's
Yeah.
like toilet bowl water.
Yeah. So do you like a specific type of man? Do you like black men only? Do you like white men? Do
I've
you like
never
Asians? And
dated outside of my race.
yeah,
I've never even thought to date outside my race.
yeah.
I don't know why. I don't think that it's forbidden
Uh-huh.
or, you know, if you date outside your race, I'll disown you or
Yeah.
something like that. It's not that. It's just, I don't think I've ever been attracted to uh another
Anything
race.
other than
Now
yeah.
I've seen some Caucasian guys or Mexican or other guys that's like, oh, he's handsome, but
Hmm.
I don't think I would physically be in a relationship
Yeah.
with that person.
Is it because you think maybe you won't have a lot in common with somebody other than us?
Um, I don't think that's it because, in my opinion, not all races, but a lot of the different races try to imitate us
Yeah.
as well.
Okay.
So, and maybe that might be a thing in my head too. Like, you want to come in and, get my culture and steal what, I don't know if I should say that, but
It's your
you're
fault.
not going to come in and steal the culture that we
Yeah.
have left that y'all did not already steal.
Yeah.
No,
What you say?
colonizer.
Yeah, I'm about to slap this one right now. She is a whole habit. For me, I've never dated outside our race either. But I don't find anything other than a black attractive. I'm gonna just be honest, and that's just me. I don't find no other race attractive. Like we can be friends, we could talk, we can laugh. I'll comment your hair or your comb
Mm-hmm.
over. Or for real. Like you might smell well, but I don't find anything but a black attractive. And that's just me. You know, if other people find, interracial relationships and it works for them, that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it got to be a black.
Yeah.
It got to be a black. But some people who date outside, it totally works.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they like. And that's what, some of it is because sometimes they feel like us as black women may not, treat certain black men well. So they're like, oh, yeah, I snatched him, or, vice versa, or whatever. And it's like, if that's what you like, that's what you like. I ain't knocking it. But for me, this where I
Yeah.
dwell at. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so I was just wondering your take on it,
Yeah.
because some people do, date outside
And
of us, but
never dated outside my race. I
yeah,
don't think I would. I don't. I don't know.
no.
No.
So would you just be friends?
Oh, we could be friends all day.
Yeah.
We could go chill. We could go play pool,
Would you
whatever.
let them know like it'll never go anywhere?
If I felt that you were pursuing me, then yeah, I'll
Mm-hmm.
let you know because I don't
Yeah.
feel like that's right. If you know
Okay.
someone's pursuing you, and you should, tell them that you're not interested and let
Yeah.
them find what's for them.
Yeah. So you're not trying to just go get a free
Yeah, I'm
meal.
not gonna just lead you on.
You know how
That's not
people be like,
okay.
oh, I'm gonna just go get this
Yeah.
free meal. You like, I
Mm-mm.
can buy my own
Karma.
meal.
I
Yeah.
believe in karma.
Yeah.
Karma
So I mean,
is
so if
real.
that will he reap. Yeah,
Yeah,
most
karma's real.
definitely. Do you have a background in, because I know you and I talk about a lot of times spiritual things. Do you have a spiritual background?
Not really a spiritual background. I'm actually just now getting into the spiritual side
Realm of
of
things.
things.
Okay.
Most of my family are Christians,
Mm-hmm.
so that's kind of how I grew up. But
Okay.
I never grew up in the church.
Okay.
It was just like holidays. My
Okay.
grandma's sister was a pastor.
Okay.
So
Why you make that face like that?
what? Because
I
it's
was
not
a pastor.
a pastor. I don't know. It's just not very many female pastors.
Okay.
Like, so it was different, especially back in the 90s, to
Yeah.
have a
You like,
female
get out that
pastor.
pulpit.
You
That's what you say.
know,
I'm
but
just saying.
yeah. So, I believed in God. I knew
Mhm.
that there was a God. I
Okay.
believed in religion, but it was never like I was going to church every
Okay.
Sunday, Wednesday Bible study.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't
Okay.
that. But my little sister, she was raised with my grandma's sister.
Oh, okay.
So she was all uh every service.
Okay. Okay.
Every service. And I will never forget my grandma used to send us to San Francisco, and we would have to go to church, and it'd be all day services. I'd get in trouble because I'd be on the floor asleep.
No. How old were you?
Maybe about 8. But I wasn't used to being in church
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
Like it was all day.
Yeah.
So I got in trouble because I would go on the
So how
floor.
many siblings do you have?
I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers.
Okay. And
Hmm.
so were all you guys like kind of some with your grandmother, some with your aunt?
Um, no, we were all with my grandma except my little sister.
Okay.
My grandma, she had 3 kids of her own.
Oh wow.
So
So your
most
aunts
of
are the
her
same
kids,
around the same age as you?
no, just my
No?
uncle.
Okay.
My uncle, he's around the same age as me, but my aunt, she's 50,
Okay.
just turned 50. And so she wasn't raised in the house when we were raised with my uncle,
Okay.
but it was just too many, so she couldn't take the last one.
Okay.
So
Okay.
my her sister said, "Well, if it's a girl, I'll take her, but if it's a boy, I can't do it." So it happened to be a girl, and God came through. So
Yes.
she was able to stay in the family
Oh, that's
with
so
us.
beautiful.
'Cause,
That is
yeah,
so much. Why couldn't it be a boy?
I don't know.
She is
I don't
hilarious.
know. That was her
Is she still a pastor to this day?
she's actually deceased. She just died maybe 2 years ago.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah.
Was she still heavily in the church?
She was still heavily in church, but she
Okay.
wasn't a pastor.
When did you start to say, I wanted to find out more about the Lord, more about God?
Mm, after my breakup,
Mm-hmm.
after my
Okay.
breakup, that's when I really was like, okay, I need to understand.
Yeah.
Is it me? What did I do?
Yeah.
Like, did I do something?
Yeah.
Like, so I just started digging deep,
Mm-hmm.
looking in YouTube. Well, I started in YouTube, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
which wasn't the best thing
Okay.
to, do.
Yeah.
Um, so I started in YouTube and I
Okay.
seen a couple different people that I connected with, and
Okay.
then that made me want to look into things even more.
Mm.
Like, well, how'd you experience that?
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
how did you hear the voice? And what did the voice hear like?
Yeah.
I mean, sound like? How did
Yeah.
you know that that was the voice that you should be listening to?
Yeah.
Because I hear voices in my head all day. I don't know
Yeah.
if everybody else hear voices,
Uh-huh.
but I hear like not voices like do this, do
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
when I'm thinking, I can hear
Mm-hmm.
it in the voice.
Uh-huh.
It's not necessarily my voice, I
Yeah.
don't think,
Mm-hmm.
but then it's like, is that the good voice or is
Mm-hmm.
that the bad voice?
But you'll know if it's a bad voice because it's gonna tell you something bad.
I mean, not necessarily. It depends
Yeah.
on. I mean, yeah, it's gonna tell you something bad, but it's on you to understand if that's bad. You might not think it's bad in your s- state of mind at that time.
I think you still know when it's something
I
bad
mean,
because you feel it within you. Like, okay, just talk about an incident that you may get into it with someone, and that voice says, which is the enemy, you know, oh, I know who she thinks she talking to. She got one more time to talk to me like that, and it's gonna be a real problem. You ain't did nothing yet, but that ain't God.
um,
You know what I'm saying?
but
So
sometimes in my mind, that might be God.
no, it
I
ain't.
might have to be that karma,
No, So when did you get to start rationing out portions of karma? Was that your day job or the night job?
It was a part time
Yeah, we
job.
gonna need to part that away from you. You see what I have to deal with all the time. This so crazy. Just I mean, but I love the fact that we always
I'm
able
just
to
being
just be honest.
serious. I'm
I
being
know you being
serious.
serious. I know you just being serious. And I like that we are able to have these conversations.
Yeah.
And so sometimes at my desk we just kind of sit and we kind of throw some things around,
Yeah. It ain't
and
too
we
often I could get in there. But when I
yeah.
get in there,
Right. And so we laying down that part-time job because it didn't even
it
yield
didn't
you
even give
no.
me no money. So
That's
you
why I
know
said you
what?
didn't yield no
I ain't
dividends.
even
You
get
ain't even
nothing
get no
out of it.
wisdom out of that.
No, I got bruises.
Exactly. Rebuke. That's what you got. So we already know now what's the bad one.
Yeah.
Even though you be trying to tell me side stuff, they be like, maybe, girl, if you don't get your face out of my face with this crazy. Just a whole
But
hot
see,
mess.
that's why I need somebody like you, rational, to be like, now, Shamika, now you know.
Right.
And then I'd be like, you know what, Mr. Money, you're right.
Just so crazy.
You're right.
But and so now you're like, okay, I don't want to date. So you're aware that you don't want to date right now.
Not right now.
Okay.
I kind of want to just focus on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it that when you were searching and seeking, did you find out a lot of deep stuff about you?
Um,
Or did you just say, oh no, it was just him, it was him?
no, it wasn't just him. I found out a lot of stuff about me,
Okay.
like my attitude. Like I didn't realize that my
You see, I'm
patience.
looking at you like,
Yeah, girl, I didn't know my attitude was that bad. So I'm just like I noticed a lot of stuff that I have to check,
okay.
and I feel like I have to work on that within myself, and I
Okay.
can't be with somebody working on me.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
come to somebody as a project.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to be stable so that
Yeah.
when I do come into that relationship, I'm stable. So we need to be equal. You need to be stable too,
Yeah.
mentally,
Yeah.
emotionally,
Yeah.
financially,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Was your dad in your life?
No,
Do you
no.
feel like you held on to him because you could possibly dealing with daddy issues?
I honestly do not think that
Mm,
because like I said, I was raised with my granny and her husband. So I felt like that was a good
okay.
um father figure.
Okay.
So I don't think that was the issue. Was
Hmm.
maybe after he died, I felt like, you know,
Avoid.
a void
Hmm.
probably. But I wouldn't say that's what made me want to stay in
Okay.
a relationship.
Okay. Was it that kind of thing though too? Like you know how like when you have a hood dude and he could be popular, and you know he get to get all the nice Jordans, and he got all the popular Nikes, and you don't want nobody else to get them. Could that be part of it too?
Um, I honestly don't think so because
Okay.
that was the situation.
Okay.
He was that man,
Yeah.
and I didn't want it. I
No.
didn't
Okay.
want the nice. I don't want Burberry
Yeah.
shoes. I don't want you to give me Louis Vuitton purses, and
Okay.
that's not what I want. That's not what I need you for.
What did you need
So
them for?
at that time I thought I was getting um I thought I was getting a companion. I thought I was well, he was a companion. I just it was just the cheating. I
Hmm.
don't know, girl. It was
Hmm.
just the cheating
Yeah.
and the babies because he cheated and had a
Yeah.
baby,
Yeah.
and
I
that
could
was the
feel that
last
one.
straw.
Yeah.
That was like the
Yeah.
like now you
The
being
coffin, the nail in the
disrespectful.
coffin.
Yeah, it was just too much.
So, do you feel like had it not been the baby, you would have still stayed regardless?
That's the thing that I don't know.
Okay.
Like, if it wasn't a baby, would I still have stayed?
Yeah.
I don't know. But then it's like, I needed to go.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what needed to happen
Hmm.
for me to leave.
Yeah.
And, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Are
know.
you feel like you're healed from all of that y'all went through?
In my mind, I'm healed, but that's my fear too.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like I'm okay. I feel like I'm healed. I feel like, now it's just the time to work on me. But what if I get in a relationship and then all that stuff come back? Now
Yeah.
I'm resenting and then I'm looking for you to do something that you're not even doing
Yeah. Yeah.
or waiting for you to do something that you're not even thinking about
Yeah.
or accusing you or, just because of my past or
Yeah.
my baggage.
Yeah.
So I think I'm kind of scared of that part
Mm.
of getting in another relationship
I
too.
think that's good awareness to understand that that could be a possibility. So if you are even thinking that maybe possibly you're not completely healed, and it is a good thing to then continue to work on you
Mhm.
because like you already know like how it could be when you don't trust somebody.
Mhm.
You know, just like having to go through their phone or they going through your phone or you looking at receipts or bank statements or
Mhm.
just all the things that
Yeah.
you
It's just
stalking their social media
unhealthy.
and
It's just unhealthy.
right. Hmm.
And
It
it's
is.
not good for you. And you ain't doing nothing but killing yourself in the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I realized too, because after that breakup,
Hmm.
I had to do a lot of soul searching,
Okay.
a lot of meditating,
Okay.
a lot of praying,
Hmm.
a lot of
Did you cry a
asking,
lot?
a lot of crying,
Did you?
a lot of talking to myself,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot of all of that.
Uh-huh.
But then
Did you go to
after
the word at all? To the Bible?
I went to the Bible,
Okay.
I was like, "Where do you go?"
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Go to Psalms."
Okay.
And I'm like, "Psalms? What Psalms? Psalms 10."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna work for me. I
Did it
don't
work
know.
for you?
I don't know. I think what worked for me was a lot of meditating,
Okay.
a lot of just sitting with myself,
Yeah.
a lot of sorting things out like what could you have done different? Why did you stay so long?
Hmm.
What made you think that that was okay?
Yeah.
So
Did you have
after
abandonment issues that would have caused you to stay longer outside of what you normally would have? Or no?
I don't that's another thing. I don't think I had abandonment issues,
Okay.
but when I sat and meditated and thought about everything, I'm like, I thought about that too because I was like, is that an abandonment issue? Because my mom is that a thing? It
Mhm.
like is that a reason that would make you want to stay or have an abandonment issue for not
Yeah.
being raised with your mom,
Yeah.
with your grandma?
Yeah.
But
Even though you get enough love from your grandmother or whoever raised you or an aunt or whomever, there's
hmm
still that void because you don't have your mom. Like when you go to school and you hear the stories of little
hmm
girls with their moms and oh how my mom did my hair and oh my
yeah,
mom did this and it's like, oh wow, I have my grandma, but I don't know what that experience is
hmm
to be with my mom. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And so there's still a lack somewhere. It may not be a huge one, but there's still that lack,
yeah,
which will cause you sometime to seek or doubt things so it just depends on how manifested in your life.
yeah. And then I also had to learn too that everything is for a reason. Everything happens. Nothing is a coincidence.
Yeah.
So maybe she's still going through something that she hasn't learned yet.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
and I don't know how true it is, but I've heard or I've read, I should say that we don't choose our parents don't choose us. We choose our parents
Well, I don't know about that.
spiritually.
I've
Yeah,
never heard that before.
yeah.
Where'd you hear
I've
that from?
read that. Where did I read that? I want to say Rashad Jamal in one of his teachings.
Hmm.
He said spiritually we don't our parents don't choose us, we choose our parents.
I don't
And
agree with that though. I mean, that I
I
think about it, I don't agree with that, but I've never heard that before.
mm,
I just
yeah.
don't believe that.
And I'm like, I don't know if that's true or not, but if
Mhm.
you think about it, it's like maybe we do choose our parents spiritually because they say that you have your child at the right time for you. And when you have your child, it's to teach you different lessons, you
But
know?
that's not true because think about all of the people that give their kids up for adoption.
And that's
All of the times that someone who has gotten pregnant and they're aborted, they
mm-hmm,
were still yet pregnant. You
mm-hmm,
know what I'm saying? They just chose another route not to keep them. Some people um, just walk out on their kids. Some people are not um, emotionally stable yet because, like you were talking about, they are still going through things that they have gone through in their past and they yet have not healed from it,
mm-hmm,
or like you said, learned their lesson yet. So I don't agree with that because um, there's a lot of issues where they're not. And as you and I know, and we talked about generational curses, you and I have kind of,
mm-hmm,
dealt with that a lot of times in our private times. That even though you have a child, there's a generational curse and you're not quite ready to deal with that yet.
yeah,
And so you just bury things and sometimes it manifestate in drugs or alcohol or abusive relationship or you being super promiscuous or whatever it is. And then that child get neglected because you are submerging yourself in this or that because you're not yet ready to cope with it yet.
mm-hmm,
So I mean, nevertheless, a child is a blessing. But I don't with that thought, but to each
yeah,
his own.
mm-hmm,
I wouldn't knock somebody if they want to believe that. I just don't
mm-hmm,
believe it. So but what I love about the understanding with you and I is that we can agree to disagree. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? And we still love each other.
yeah.
It's like you still my honey bun. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of not, or it's like, have you thought about that?
Yeah, it's
And
just
it's
a
like, look at
different
that.
way, a different view, different
Yeah,
opinions.
yeah,
That don't
yeah,
mean that I'm a bad person or you're a
yeah,
bad
yeah,
person. It's just
yeah.
different outlooks on life.